So, for this scenario, it's sort of one that I made up for demo purposes.
Yep.
So it's real simple. You guys need to collect 3 cans of gas. Your van has sputtered to a stop and has run out of gas. So you need to collect 3 fuel cards and return those fuel cards to the van, and everyone needs to survive. So you guys are playing as the hunter and the fireman, so we'll remove these 2. As your van sputters to a stop, you guys are both going to start with a monster in front of you. So the alien scientist has a draw effect, so you can't discard an equipped gear, so you're going to take the 6 damage right off the bat. And you're going to start with the alien soldier.
Where can I mark my damage?
So we have all these things here, so I would do 6 on my card. That's how I personally do it. I mean, you could add up 32 and then remove, but
Okay.
it's sort of your own personal preference. Everyone, you guys both have your own deck of actions and abilities and equipment. There's 2 types of card in the game. There's gear cards, which look like this. They have a backpack symbol in the upper left. The backpack has a number in it. The number is how many inventory slots it takes up. So you guys each have 4 inventory slots. So you can never have more than 4 backpacks worth of stuff, if you will. The other type of card that you have is a one-shot ability or action card. You just do these, do what they say, and then put them in your discard pile after you do them. Every card that you play is an action.
Okay.
So you guys are going to start with 4 cards in your hand. And then I am going to go over a turn sequence for you real quick. You guys have little cheat sheet cards right here, reference cards. But you guys are going to start your turn by rolling dice. That's how you spawn monsters.
Why do we want to spawn?
You don't, you just have to do it. Things can get worse every turn.
Okay.
You don't want them to spawn. So you want to try to roll a 7, because 7's always safe. The combined dice roll, for every tile that matches your combined dice roll, that tile will activate and spawn monsters. So you guys are both on the van and roll a 6, everyone on that tile will draw a monster. If you guys aren't on this tile and you roll a 6, we'll place a monster token there, which sort of indicates a threat level or a roaming monster there. You can sneak past these tiles. But if we ever go to place a tile on a map and we've run out of tiles, you guys have been overwhelmed by monsters and you lose.
Okay. So we're kind of like also running out of time.
Yes, you're always running out of time. That's a huge theme of the game, 100% sure. So after you spawn monsters, you'll draw a card to your hand. So you guys on your first turn will each have 5 cards in your hand. Then you're going to take 4 actions. You can take any number of actions, any number of times, and you can do them in any order you like. So you can move a space. When you move on to an unrevealed tile, you reveal the tile and resolve any effects. But you could spend all 4 of your actions moving and running around. Everyone starts with an innate ability, so you can recon and flip all adjacent tiles without triggering their effects. And you can punch something that's within short range of you, which means it's on the tile that you're on. You could spend your entire turn punching 4 times, but that would be your entire turn. So it's usually not the best thing to do.
Is that the monster's health, and what's this?
Yeah, this is the monster's health. This is at the end of your turn when monsters activate and you take damage. This is how much damage they do.
Oh, okay.
The alien scientist increases all alien damage by 1. So he does 1 plus 1 for a total of 2. And right now the soldier is doing 3 plus the alien scientist buff of 1. So he's doing 4.
You know he's an alien just because it says alien in his
Correct.
name. Okay.
Yeah. There's also a small A in the bottom right in the monster symbol.
Okay.
So you can move a space as an action. You can draw additional cards from your deck to your hand as an action. Every card that you play from your hand is an action, whether you're equipping it or using its one-time effect. You can obviously take a card action, like your punch, which says action, do this thing. That's obviously an action. Then finally, you will find tiles with this symbol on it in the upper left-hand corner. That means you can take the scavenge action on that tile, and scavenge means draw a card from this deck. You are most likely to find ammo and gear in this card. You're most likely to find food in here so you don't starve in the green deck, or on tiles with the green symbol. And you're most likely to find fuel at tiles with the red spyglass symbol. There are 2 gas stations out there, so obviously if you can find the gas stations, load up on fuel very quickly and get back. That's the quickest way to win. This demo is sort of built to be a quick win, quick lose situation. So that's it. At the end of your turn, you increase hunger, and the monsters in front of you will activate and deal their damage to you. You can move with monsters in front of you, they just follow you. They're basically locked onto you unless you play a card that breaks that rule. When you get to this starvation area, you start taking starvation damage. That's obviously bad, but as soon as you eat food, you'll exit that starvation state. So with that...
If you eat food, do you just go back to 1 again?
You go back, food tells you how much to reduce hunger by. So like if you're at 6, if you're in this area, you're considered to be at hunger 6 on the die. So you would reduce hunger by 4 and go back down to 4. But we can talk, that may or may not happen in the demo, we'll find out. We'll talk about it if it happens. So those are the basics. So, are you counting down from damage?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure you're not, like that wasn't left over from last game.
No. Is that not what we're doing?
No, that's fine. You can do it either way. You can count up or count down. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
As long as I know what's happening, so I know if you're alive or dead. It's all good. Whatever your preferences is fine. So we'll have you go first, if that makes sense. Or does the hunter want to go first so you can scout? I mean, you guys can pick, so it doesn't really matter.
I don't know.
You guys are both learning, so it usually doesn't matter.
I'll go first.
All right.
If you want. Sure. Okay. So first spawn monster.
So we're gonna roll dice. Don't roll a 6 and you'll be okay.
Like on either of the dice? Or
No, 6 total. It's combined
So
roll.
5.
So it's a 5, yeah. So you're safe, and then you draw a card to your hand, and you'll take your 4 actions. As the fireman, if you can get your axe, that's great, usually.
Okay, I'm gonna the fire helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Does that reduce my current damage?
No, it reduces all
It's
incoming
just
incoming damage, yeah.
Okay. I'll do this stun thing.
Yeah. So we stun all monsters in front of you, so he's not going to deal damage to you this turn.
Okay. Where do I
Just discard, yeah, perfect.
Okay, and then I guess
You could move, you could draw more cards.
I'll do this.
Okay.
Move up to 3 spaces. There,
Okay.
So I'll just go like.
We'll do one at a time and resolve each tile, because you may want to stop moving at a certain point. So,
Okay.
which tile are you into first? Okay, so we'll reveal it. Forest. If you move again this turn, you draw a monster.
I'll just
Okay. Here's your monster. Now you found a farm, which is on reveal, get a free scavenge. So you found a fuel.
nice.
Fuel is equipped immediately or discarded, so you got to carry it with you. You can always carry it back to the van and fuel up the van, so you get your spot back. But that's one of the 3 fuel cards you need to beat this. And you can move one more time if you'd like, or you can chill at the farm.
Can I do anything to stop this monster?
You could punch it, but it's not going to stop it from attacking you. Because it has 7 health, and you're not going to be able to do enough damage with.
I'll just
What
punch
do you
it
have?
anyway, because like then it will start taking damage.
Yep,
Is that
yep,
okay?
yep, absolutely. So you're going to punch it for 2, right?
Yeah. I guess so.
So your
That's what
turns.
my punches.
Yeah, your turn's over. The alien invader shoots everyone in mid-range and deals damage to everyone in a plus sign, which is only you. So you'll take 3. You'll take 3 damage, plus 1 from the scientist, but you reduce it by 1 with your helmet. And then when this attacks you, you burn a card. Burn means take the card from the top of your deck and put it in your discard pile. If your deck ever runs out and you need to draw a card and you can't, you're dead. Probably won't happen in the demo, but just sort of like as an FYI. And that's and then your hunger goes up.
So when this is flip all adjacent map tiles, does that mean orthogonally?
Orthogonally, yeah. Everything's basically orthogonally in this game.
I want to look at more tiles.
I want to see all the tiles. 7's always a safe roll.
Okay.
So we're gonna recon
I'm going to move to here.
to here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll flip this one for 1. Gas station.
Oh, nice.
Found a gas station. When you reveal it, you get a free scavenge. You found some ammo there.
That goes in my hand.
Goes in your hand, yeah. Your hand limit's 10.
Alright. And then is recon free or?
Recon's an action, so that the text says action, so as an action you can recon and flip all the adjacent tiles.
So I'll recon.
Okay, so we'll flip these 2.
And they don't trigger?
They do not trigger. So you had 2 gas stations right by where you guys parked the van.
Right.
So when you guys ran out of gas, you were like rolling up to it.
I've been there.
Yeah, rolling up on E.
Alright,
So you have 2 actions left.
so I have damage that is mid-range. Does that mean I can hit?
You can hit either any of the monsters right now, because mid-range is you and up to 1 space away, and the monsters are considered attached to her, so you could hit any monster
How
right
close
now.
is that to dead? Because this thing's at 15. I don't
This
think
has
I can
5 left.
Kill it. Okay. So I don't have that, so I can't do that. Oh no. So this says if I have a bow or crossbow equipped, so can I do bow?
You would need to equip the bow for your 3rd action, yeah, so
So I equip bow.
so put bow down in one of your inventory slots there.
Does that happen? Or no?
Yeah, you equipped it as your action, perfect. Yep.
Okay.
You're
but it
100%.
doesn't deal damage.
No, it doesn't. You could now spend an action to use the action on that card.
Alright. So now I do flame arrows.
You also would equip that first before you can use it.
Oh well. In that case, I don't do flame arrows. I just I hit
You could shoot this for 2.
that for 2.
Yep.
So I've moved, I reconned, I equipped, and then I shot.
Correct, yep. So now your hunger goes up to 2. And the monster in front of you activates and deal damage. He's long range, so he does 0 damage to you.
Okay.
And he shoots her for 4,
Not bad.
but she reduces damage by 1, so she's only going to take 3. She's got the helmet on. His
Dying
bullets.
over here.
You've got 32 health, you're okay. And then pass the dice over to her and she'll spawn monsters, but I think with finding these gas stations like you have, I think you guys are in good shape.
Okay. 2.
2 safe. Draw a card to your hand. And then we can flip back to the order of things.
Take the jacket.
Cool. You have 1 inventory slot left. You're getting weighed down by all your heavy stuff.
I'm a fireman is what I'm supposed to do.
You are. You're a sturdy dude. You're a sturdy dude for sure.
So can I like go to the gas station?
Absolutely. So you can move 1.
Okay,
That's
gas.
2. Yep. And you could scavenge the gas station for
Is that
3,
an
which
action?
is draws from here.
Okay, so that's 1. This is gonna be action 2.
2 is to move. 3 is to scavenge. You equipped Wildland Jacket.
Oh yeah. you're
Move
right.
for 2.
So
That's
this
3.
is 3.
Yep. That goes to your hand. Found some ammo. You can scavenge again.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Ambush.
Not good.
It's not. Draw a monster card immediately. It's not too bad.
Alien soldier.
He's long range though, so he doesn't hit you.
Okay.
So your turn's over now, right?
Yep.
So your hunger goes up. This guy shoots you for 3 with your helmet. This is +1, -1, so he hits you for 3. He hits you with his attack, so you burn a card. Then he also hits the hunter for 3, and you will also burn a card. For 4, because you don't have the passive reduce.
I burn a card.
Yep, and you burn a card. Perfect. Perfect. And then it's your turn.
So I don't want to.
One of the free actions you have is you can drop off the fuel at the van for free. So if you spend an action to move to the van, you can put this in the van, getting you 1/3 of the way there, and you'll get that spot back if you need it to carry stuff.
Oh, okay.
That's one of the free actions that I didn't go over because I waited
That's
until
fine.
it's relevant.
I kinda
It's
read
very
it.
situational,
I
yeah.
got a 9.
Okay. I don't see a 9.
Okay.
So we are good. You guys are rolling great.
So I can salvage for free.
You could scavenge 3 times, yeah, if you wanted to.
It's an action.
Those are actions.
Yep. You could
Okay.
scavenge 4 times.
mid-range hits everything?
Mid-range would hit everything in range right now. Yeah, it'd be all the tiles you've revealed.
Okay.
It's a plus sign.
So I'm gonna scavenge once.
Okay. Didn't find anything. Empty-handed. Sorry, bud.
I'm gonna equip a backpack.
Okay.
Put a backpack in the backpack.
That gives you an additional inventory slot.
So like what?
So now you can hold 5 backpacks worth of things. You don't need the backpack right now, but you are more than free to play it if you'd like.
Okay, and then I'll scavenge again.
That's for 3.
Spare parts. 3 parts on your discard pile. Add. And then I guess this costs gas, right?
It comes in play with the uses. That symbol means that you can only reload it by discarding a fuel card.
Okay.
But it comes in with 2 uses.
So I'm gonna put this as my
4th action, I believe. Yeah. Okay, and then you can put 3 ammo tokens on it to sort of represent your 3 uses.
So this thing hits. It's like an AOE. It hits everything.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
So that's gonna be good for hitting on nonsense.
Yep. It'll hit off. It'll do like.
Does it hit us?
No.
Okay, I just want to
No.
check.
She's a good shot. Hunger goes up, and then you can pass the dice back. Your soldier does not shoot anyone because you guys are on the same space.
And that,
Oh.
there's a monster.
So we'll put a monster in the bandit camp.
This isn't really gonna go.
I don't think you guys are gonna go there anyway, but
Okay.
just so we're doing things properly.
Oh, now I take a card?
Yes, you do. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, you have to drop something, but you can drop something for free because you now have more than 5 backpacks worth of things. But discarding from your player is always a free action, so.
I guess I'll.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Fine. Then,
So you could use your axe's action to deal 4 damage to that guy and kill him.
yeah. Okay. So how many actions have I done?
You've just done the 1 to equip the axe.
Okay. So then I'll do another action.
So that's your second action to kill this guy. Uh-huh.
And I'll also hit that guy, which is like.
For 4, you got it. And you have 1 action left.
I will scavenge for gas.
Okay.
And I got some.
But
And it can't hold it.
So you're on the same space. So one of your free actions is once per turn, you can trade a scavenge card with another player.
Okay.
So scavenge cards are the blackback cards, and you guys are on the same space. So your buddy can hold it instead.
I should go back to the van next turn.
So your turn ends. You're going to take 1 damage from this guy,
Okay.
and your hunger goes up. I think that's it.
Am I taking damage?
Nope, this guy's just attached to her. So she killed the guy who was dealing you damage.
He's like holding on to my coat.
She chopped him
chewing
up.
on my arm.
Yeah,
4?
there is a 4.
No.
We're surrounded.
So first action is.
Did you remember to draw a card?
No. So I will attack everything once. Like everything gets 3 damage.
3 damage to everything. So here's 3 here. And here's 3 here. Yep.
Wow, nice.
And then I'll do it a second time.
Okay, I think this guy's dead.
That guy's dead.
Is dropping off the fuel an action?
It's not. Moving to the space is the action, but then as a free action, you can drop off the fuel.
Alright, so then I'll scavenge once.
Okay. You guys got it.
And then I'll move back to the van.
Okay. You can drop off your fuel for free, so take it out of your inventory. We'll put it by the van. You are 2/3 of the way there. I think.
Reminder for close if I can.
I think you can win on your turn.
Okay.
Right? That's your end of your turn, right?
Yeah, that were all my actions.
Yep. But your turn's over, and your alien soldier does shoot her for 2. Because 3 minus 1 because your helmet.
Okay.
You are a beefy tank, though. I think you guys.
I'm gonna be fine.
I think you're gonna be fine unless you get like one of the really nasty boss cards in the demo.
If I die, can he take my fuel?
No, if you die, the game's over and you lose.
Oh.
Drew, you
Okay.
have to sit in a game without playing.
Oh, I just moved this.
Yeah, that seems right.
I won.
Yeah, did you move your hunger up to 4?
That's it.
And I'm 4 hungry now.
There is a 3 up at the bandit camp you guys aren't gonna visit.
Alright, that's fine.
And I'm gonna go to the van
Uh-huh.
and drop up the fuel.
Yep. And then you have to use all 4 of your actions. So you've only used 1. So you can always draw cards. You could draw 3 cards, you could play cards. It's not really gonna matter, but just as a rule, you do have to use
I
all 3 of your
will
actions.
hit that guy with my axe
3 times?
a bunch.
Sure, which almost kills him, right?
Yeah. At least I feel good before I drive away.
Yeah. And then your turn ends, your hunger goes up, you both have survived, so you've met the win condition, and the game is over.
Cool.
So that's the demo. Hopefully gave you a taste of how the game
So
works.
in the other ones, do you do stuff other than getting fuel?
You do.